Yes, students, let us discuss about continuity of the function. When we are checking the continuity of the function, what is the important thing? First of all, when we say the function is continuous, right? So the definition says, a function is continuous at a point. If we are checking the continuity at a point x equals to c, if first thing, the function is defined on C. On this particular point, our function should be defined. Okay. Second thing, f of x, at x equals to c is defined. What does it mean? That is, value of the function at x equals to c exists, right? Then third, limit x approaches to c f of x exist such that, now what is the condition? Such that limit x approaches to c f of x, this is equals to value of the function at that particular point c. So this is the condition for the function to be continuous. First of all, whenever we check, we have to check the continuity of the function at any particular point. At that particular point, our function should be defined, right? Second thing, and if the function is defined at c, then we should be able to find f of c, that means value of the function at point c. Third, limit x approaches to c f of x also must exist. If these three conditions are coming true and second is equals to third, that means limit of the function and value of the function both are same, then what we say that the function is continuous at c. Okay, this is we are checking, when we are checking the continuity at a particular point x equals to c. But if we are not given that at this point we have to find the continuity, and then in fact we are supposed to find all the points of discontinuity, right? Then what we will do, whatever function is given, right? If any function is given to us, first of all, we will just find all the doubtful points where we think, the function is discontinuous, right? How we will get that, whatever points we are thinking that these are the points where function can be discontinuous, depending upon the given function we can get it easily. If any function, for example, I am giving the example of a rational function px upon qx. Okay, now we know this function will be defined only if the denominator function qx is not equal to 0, right? But by chance, nothing is given that the function is defined in particular domain. Then what I will do, first of all, we will find the domain of the function. When I find the domain of this function, that means those real numbers which are making the denominator 0, those real numbers we will just exclude from the set of real numbers. So if I am saying qx, our denominator function qx is coming equal to 0 when x is equals to a point, then domain of the function, what we will say, it is all real numbers minus this point a. It means if the function is not defined at a, definitely the whole function will not be even continuous at that point a. So that point a is now our doubtful point where we can check whether the function is there or not. So very first thing that we are getting here, the domain of the function. The domain of the function means where the function is defined. If in this the function is defined, and then you can take any point, any real number belonging to the domain, and we will check the value of the function and we will find the limit of the function. If these two things coincide, right? If I just take the real number line and this is our point x equals to c, where we are supposed to check the limit or the continuity of the function. First of all, when x approaches to c is given, we have to find here limit of the function. Now x can approach to c from the left hand side also, it can approach to c from the right hand side also. And there is a possibility, we can be given the function right here for all x less than c. For all x less than c, let us say we are given one function, and for all x greater than c, we are given another function. So two functions are there. So when x is approaching to c, I will be using this function to calculate the limit from left hand side, and when x is approaching to c from the right hand side, if the second function is given, I will use this one to find the right hand limit, that is RHL. And between among these two functions, one will be given the sign of equality also. That means one inequality can be slack also. So if equal to sign is here, then f1 function I will use to find the value of the function, and if equal to sign is here, then f2 I will use to get the value of the function, right? So it all depends what kind of function is given to us. Let us take few examples. Let us take example here. The function is given like 5x plus 4, and we have to find check the continuity, not find, check the continuity at x equals to 1, right? We have to check the continuity at x equals to 1. Function is given polynomial kind. At a point, only one point is given, one function is given. So it is not given like when x is approaching to 1, this is the function. If x is not equal to 1, then other function is there. Or if x is approaching to 1 from means less than 1, then one function. If x is greater than 1, then other function. No, nothing like that. So what we will do, first of all, we will find the limit. Limit x approaches to 1 f of x. In this case, when at a point, particular point is given, only one function is given, we will not find LHL, RHL. So limit x approaches to 1 f of x. That means limit x approaches to 1, whatever function is here, we will write down. Now this notation is important. I am writing limit x approaches to 1 f of x. In place of f of x, the function we are writing. And now when I apply the limit, I am going to apply the limit. So in place of x, we will just put here 1 plus 4. Now the limit is applied. So in this step, we will not write this limit x approaches to 1. Calculation is done. It is 9. And now we will find f of 1. F of 1 means value of the function at that point. F of 1 will also be 5 into 1 plus 4, that is 9. So what we will say, that is limit x approaches to 1 f of x is equals to f of 1. Value of the function is equals to limit of the function. So which implies the function is continuous at x equals to 1. That's it. Here only one function is given, one point is given. So directly we are just calculating the limit and value of the function. Now the next thing, if I take, let us take one more example. Let us take this function. Function is mod x, and we have to discuss the continuity at x equals to 0. Now it is modulus function, and we know the definition of modulus function. What is that? Mod x. When x is greater than or equal to 0, it gives us x only. But when x is less than 0, it gives us minus x. So first of all, we have applied the definition. Now here automatically signs have come. When x is greater than 0, that means this x is greater than 0, or in other words I will say, whenever greater than sign is there, that particular function I will use for right hand limit. When I have less than sign, this function I will use for left hand limit. And from these two functions, whatever is having equal to sign, slack inequality is there, that function we will use to find the value of the function. Now here, since we are having less than sign and greater than sign, so here we are supposed to find LHL and RHL. Okay, so first of all we will find LHL. What will be LHL here? It will be limit x approaches to 0 from left f of x. So this is limit x approaches to 0 from left. Which is the function for the left hand limit? Minus x. So here I will just write down minus x. Now x is approaching to 0, so minus 0 plus 0, it is 0 only, right? RHL, now when I find limit x approaches to 0 from right, plus sign f of x. So here what we will get, limit x approaches to 0 into x, so this will also be equal to 0. Now left hand limit, right hand limit, both are coming same, okay? So whenever we have this kind of function, again one more condition we are getting, LHL should be equal to RHL and these two should be equal to value of the function. If these three things are equal, then only we will say the function is continuous at that particular point, okay? And we will write down then value of the function f of 0, so this will be equals to 0 equals to 0. So that is limit x approaches to 0 from left f of x is equals to limit x approaches to 0 from right f of x is equals to f of 0. Therefore, function is continuous at x equals to 0. This is how it is done. Okay, one more example we are taking here where signs are not given. So the function is given like this. You know, we have here x cube plus 3 when x is not equal to 0 and it is equals to 1 when x is 0. And we have to show the function is not continuous at x equals to 0. Now we are supposed to check the continuity here at which point, at 0. When x is not equal to 0, that means exactly x is not 0, but it can be anything else also. So this function we will use to find limit of the function, and this is given straightforward. When x is 0, f of x is 1, that means the value of the function at 0 is given 1. Now for the limit, and we will write down limit x approaches to 0 f of x. Which function is there? Limit x approaches to 0, it is x cube plus 3. Now here, we can calculate left hand limit and right hand limit both. But what is the case here? Since we are checking the continuity at x equals to 0 only, so directly I will find the limit. There is no need to do LHL RHL because at 0 only you are checking. And what we will be getting here, 0 cube plus 3, that is 0. Sorry, that is 3, right? So here, what we are getting, limit x approaches to 0 f of x is not equals to f of 0. So the condition is not coming true. It means the function is not continuous at x equal to 0. This is how we will be doing the sums, right? Now if I come to the exercise sums. Now exercise sums, first 4 or 5 sums, yeah, till sum number 3, sum number 3 is having 4 parts also, even sum number 4 also, the functions are given and we are just to check the continuity of the function. We are not here, it not mentioned, any point is not mentioned in sum number 3 especially. So first of all, what will you do? You will find the domain of the function. If I know the domain of the function, now from the domain you will take any point C belonging to the domain, and at that point C we will check the continuity. And if it comes true, that means the whole domain, whatever domain you are calculating, in the whole domain function will be considered continuous function, okay? And similarly, sum number 6 to sum number 12, we are given wherever you have less than sign, that means that function we will use for left hand limit. When we have greater than sign, the function we will use for right hand limit. And in any function which is having the sign less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, that particular function we will use to find the value of the limit, okay? And this is all, that's it in the whole exercise. When you are checking the continuity of the function, almost everywhere we are using the same concept only, right? And we have algebra of continuous functions also. If I have px function plus qx function, and px and qx both are continuous functions, then sum is also continuous, difference will also be continuous. Okay, and even px divided by qx, if I have a rational function and both the numerator and denominator functions are continuous, then the whole rational function also will be continuous. In the last 3 or 4 sums, we have composition of function. If if f of x is continuous function, g of x is continuous function, then FOG and GOF, they will also be continuous functions. This is how these sums are done. Okay, I hope this small video will help you to recall the concept of continuity. Still, if any child is having any doubt in any particular sum, you are not clear with particular sum or statement, you people can just ask me. I will be helping you. Okay, thank you, students.